Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to plane a cock bead like this on the lower edge of a drawer. Or not a drawer, but a table apron. Now this is hard maple. And what we're going to use to do that today is a Stanley number 45. It's an old universal plane. Not the most versatile of them, that would be the 55. But if you look at close, it's got an arched cutter that cuts the bead. Now, what we do is you start at this end of the board and you start planing.
So why do you start at the far end of the board?
Because what it does is it establishes a groove. See how the grooves are? It helps to track the plane as you work. Where if you start at the other end, the plane doesn't tend to guide itself. By working your way backward down the length of the board, what it does is it allows you to only have to really guide the plane hard against its fence for a short fraction of the time. Right back here, where it's only cutting a shallow groove. And right at the end, you clean it up with a series of short strokes. These planes do tend to clog, but a series of short strokes right here at the end, and then ideally one long stroke to clean everything up. Here's a nice bead. Now what we do is we loosen this thing in the bench, and let's turn it this way so y'all can see. And we just tighten this back up. Take a couple of passes off the top, get rid of the machine marks with the joiner plane. And that would be my 3-year-old apprentice in the background. And then we just take a block plane, because you see they've got this little ridge right here. We want to get rid of that ridge because that makes a sharp point on the underside of our table. So we just grab a block plane, nice and sharp and finely set.
Hey, buddy.
And we just work down it till we eliminated all trace of that step. And then any other traces will go away with final sanding. And there it is, a completed bead on the lower edge of a table apron. After this, we'll cut the mortises and the tenons on these to join everything together. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll try and update this again every day with a new portion of the construction of this table.